Sobrang di ko pa mapaniwala. Maraming salamat sa suporta at sana patuloy yung suporta niyo sa
The gift, the tears, and the tennis revolution that shook Manila. In the electric, high-pressure confines of a Manila locker room, hours before the most significant match of her young career, a secret gift brought the Philippines' golden girl to her knees. This is the untold story of what happened in the shadows of the Rizal Memorial Tennis Center, a moment that will redefine sportsmanship and catalyze a nation's sporting destiny. We are in Manila, a city pulsating with a heat matched only by its feverish anticipation. The Philippine Women's Open, the nation's first ever WTA 125 event, is the backdrop. The Rizal Memorial Sports Complex has been reborn, gleaming under the tropical sun, ready for its close-up. At the heart of this storm stands Alexandra Alex Ayala. At just 20, she is a cultural phenomenon, the face on every billboard, the name whispered by every aspiring young player. She is the trailblazer who carried the hopes of an archipelago from the practice courts of Spain to the grand stages of world tennis. But glory is a heavy crown. Ayala arrived home carrying the baggage of a brutal Australian Open. Shock first round, exits in both singles and doubles. The critics were circling, questioning her mental fortitude. Her homecoming was no gentle embrace. It was a trial by fire. Her first opponent, Alina Korneva, a dangerous Russian with a recent victory over Ayala. It was scripted as a war. Then, the script was torn apart. In an act that defies the cutthroat ethos of professional tennis, Alina Korneva did the unthinkable. With no cameras, no social media posts, no fanfare, she approached a tournament official with a wrapped package and a handwritten note. The official delivered it to Ayala's locker room, a sanctuary of pre-match tension. Ella, locked in her zone with headphones on, was trying to drown out the thunderous chants of her name from the stadium. Her team buzzed around her, a well-oiled machine of preparation. The official placed the package on a bench. Ella opened. Her eyes saw the box and removed her headphones. The room fell silent. She read the note first. We can exclusively reveal its simple, profound words. No matter who wins today, please see this as a gift of life for giving me the chance to face the Philippines' #1 player on her home soil. It is an honor I will never forget. According to eyewitnesses, time froze. Ella stood perfectly still, her hand flying to her mouth. The steely focus in her eyes dissolved into tears. It was not a slow build, but a wave of raw emotion that crashed over her, shattering every professional defense she had built. In a space where vulnerability is weakness, the sheer humanity of the moment was overwhelming. Her voice breaking, she whispered, "This is the most beautiful thing anyone has ever given me before a match." What was inside the box remains a sacred secret between two competitors, but the contents are secondary to the meaning. It was a gift of life, an acknowledgement from one warrior to another. It was Korneva telling Ayala that she saw the immense pressure, she honored the journey, and she respected the sacrifice. It was a declaration that, though they were about to be combatants, they were united by something far greater than a scoreboard. This single act transformed the match. When they stepped onto the court, it was not just two opponents seeking victory. It was two athletes bound by a silent, profound respect. They would fight with everything they had, but the bitterness and psychological warfare of modern tennis had been replaced by something rare and powerful: genuine sportsmanship. To understand the impact of this gesture, you must understand Ayala's impossible position. She is not just a player, she is a symbol. She spent her formative years at the Rafa Nadal Academy in Spain, thousands of miles from home. While her friends lived normal teenage lives, she was grinding on clay courts, living in budget hotels, and fighting through obscure tournaments as the lone Filipino in the draw. Every victory was lonely, every defeat absorbed in isolation. Now, for the first time, she was home. In her press conference, she was the consummate professional, managing expectations with careful diplomacy. "I never go into any tournament expecting to win the whole thing," she stated. "I take it match by match." But beneath that calm exterior, she knew the sold-out stadiums, the record-breaking TV ratings, and the young girls in the crowd holding handmade signs were all because of her. The weight of a nation was on her 20-year-old shoulders. The draw was merciless. Beyond Korniva, it was loaded with seasoned pros and rising stars like Donna Vekic and Lulu Sun. At the top loomed the #1 seed Tatjana Maria, a Wimbledon semi-finalist. The path to a championship was a minefield. That resilience, the refusal to crumble after Melbourne, and the courage to walk into this firestorm of expectation is precisely why Korniva's gift resonated so deeply. In a moment of intense isolation, she was reminded that she was seen, valued, and respected. While this human drama unfolded, an even larger story was being written in the halls of power. This tournament is merely the first shot in an audacious, master plan to forge the Philippines into a global tennis superpower. Leading the charge is Philippine Sports Commission Chairman Pocho Gregorio, a visionary who sees not just what is, but what could be. Gregorio is not interested in a one-off event. He wants an ecosystem that produces a generation of Alex Yelas. On the eve of the tournament, he issued a bold challenge to the Women's Tennis Association. Give us a 250 event if we pass this test. With Alex's trajectory, she will soon be top 20 in the world. When that happens, they will have no choice. A WTA 250 event is a monumental leap. More points, higher prize money, and the power to attract the sport's biggest names. Gregorio is not asking. He is demanding it as a right to be earned. His ambition doesn't stop in Manila. He dropped a bombshell revealing plans for expansion. We can develop and introduce a WTA 125 event in another city, maybe Cebu. Imagine it, a professional tour stop in the Queen City of the South, turning the Philippines into a premier tennis destination. As Ayala's journey as a home hero begins in Manila, another story was ending in Melbourne. Tennis legend Stan Wawrinka bid a tearful farewell to the Australian Open, the site of his own legendary transformation. One story begins, another concludes. The torch is passed, and the flame of the sport burns brighter than ever. For fans, this is a golden moment. In the Philippines, the seeds of a tennis dynasty are being sown with investment, infrastructure, and visionary leadership. The drama between Korniva and Ayala proves this sport is a theater of human emotion and shared struggle. That quiet gift in the locker room is the very soul of tennis laid bare. We are not just watching matches. We are witnessing history being written in real time.